live from New York on day 2 here at DevOps Days. I'm here with Mike Ainsworth of SaltStack. Mike, how are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for inviting me.
So you guys are based out of Salt Lake City, hence the name. Would you just give a high-level overview? What is SaltStack for people who maybe haven't heard of it?
Yeah, so SaltStack is a collection of projects that enable sysadmins and developers to control cloud instances, to orchestrate the environment, to manage their configurations, and to deploy new code.
So it's one that I've just started hearing a lot about recently. So Puppet and Chef are the big ones. Mm-hmm. I'm from Dell, so obviously I've heard of Crowbar and work with those guys. But all of a sudden I start hearing more and more about SaltStack. How old are you guys, and why have you recently become more of a name that we're hearing in this space?
Yeah, we are one of the new kids on the block, absolutely. We started the project back in 2010, and SaltStack Enterprise has been selling subscriptions for a little bit less than a year currently, so we are fairly new, but the project has some incredible momentum, growing really fast. We have more active developers, for example, on GitHub than either of the big boys that you mentioned previously. And
so, how would you? Is there a certain way that you're different from them? What is it? Are you stronger in one area than they're not? And I know who do you appeal to? So two-part question. I know that Chef tends to be more developer, has more pull with the developers, and Puppet with the sysadmins. I guess you guys are saying sysadmin.
Yeah, I think most of the appeal is often to the sysadmins with Salt. The real void that we're filling, and the reason that we are so successful, we believe, is that we provide a platform that is very easy to get up and running. It's very easy to learn. It's a data-driven model that doesn't require the learning of new DSLs per se. We are based in Python, which a lot of times sysadmins tend to lean towards as well.
Okay, cool. Do you have any customers that you can talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. One of our most famous users that likes to talk to our prospects, I would say, is LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. They have a very large user base or a server base of managed nodes of close to 40,000, and they manage that with a pretty small Salt footprint, and are able to take advantage of our high scalability. It's about 10,000 clients to a single server scalability with Salt.
And so you say you just launched a year ago an Enterprise Edition, and I assume LinkedIn is using that. What's the difference between what you just get yourself versus what you'd get with the Enterprise?
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about the Salt is we really strongly believe in open source, and so there's not really any feature differences between what is available in the open and what is available through the enterprise subscription. What we are looking at from an enterprise subscription perspective is truly stable release that's been curated, hardened, and vetted, that is released on a separate track than what's being released out into the open, as well as access to SaltStack's excellent team of development resources to support our users.
And then just to end with, what do you see in the next year? What are features that that you're looking to include, or ways that you're looking to evolve SaltStack?
There's a lot of really interesting things that we've launched just in the last couple of weeks that will continue to evolve and drive some areas of our roadmap. We're really beefing up our Salt Cloud support, which is our orchestration layer that allows us to talk to cloud providers, and adding more support there. There's some interesting things that are coming out with VMware. In fact, there's an announcement coming out soon along those lines. I probably shouldn't talk too much about just yet, but also we have some cool things that we just did from a transport agnostic point of view, rather than requiring people to use our minion daemon and running the code on the client. You can also run Salt over SSH. So rather than a 0MQ transport, you can use an SSH transport, run thin Salt rather than a persistent daemon. On the endpoint, we have some really cool things happening with the console, and that'll continue to evolve as well to improve the user experience, make it more consumable for people who aren't as comfortable with the command line.
Excellent. Mike Ainsworth, thanks so much.
Thank you.